like chunky peanut butter either?
No, I ate my same.
Is your microphone off?
My microphone was off.
No, it's not off. It's here.
Oh, hold on. Right there? Okay, there we go. No, I just I don't like anything like chunky. I like the fine peanut butter, the finely blended salsa, you know, like I don't like my sauce to be all chunky in any way. Not a fan of that shit. It's just like this weird OCD
I've never
thing.
heard
It's this weird OCD thing I have, man.
someone say, I don't like their pizza because they have chunky sauce.
Their pizza tastes great, man, but I don't like globs of tomato.
I don't like chunky women. I don't like chunky peanut butter.
Why? I didn't say
like
that.
Chunky salsa.
I didn't say that.
I don't like.
I said nothing about the ladies.
Well, you have to. While your wife is like 7 months pregnant here, or however far she is. That was a guess. How close was I?
She's 30 weeks today. Yesterday.
So is that 7 months, right? 4 times.
No, we have 2 more months.
4 times 7 is 28. She's 30, so she's not 8 months yet.
No, but she's closing in.
Look
there.
at that! Look at that guessing. I have no idea.
We're closing in, and
oh Lord.
I
I didn't even mean to transition here.
Oh.
Look at your face. Look at your face, like deer in the headlights.
No, I walked into the office today and I saw the Stoner's Pizza flyer, and I was like, "Oh, I'm a stoner, and this is pizza."
Yeah, but you've had it before.
I don't remember disliking it.
Okay.
I got it while I was high, and I was, if I look at it and go, I'd eat that again, I'm gonna assume I had a good time, or at least not a bad time.
You must have qualified for that pizza because it doesn't sound like you remember it very well,
bro. I'll have to get a second try. Maybe this time it'll stick, positive or negative.
Yeah, but that wasn't what I was talking about. I was talking about your event yesterday.
Oh yeah, so I woke up at like 7:20 in the morning. Probably went back to bed. 9:30 in the morning. Probably went back to bed. And then finally at 11:30, I was like, all right, I gotta do something. I was so tired. Oh man, I woke up at like 7 to start cleaning the house, and then we did the party, and then the unpack after the party. And dude, by the time it was time to go to bed, man, I put in a real fucking day. So I'm still tired. I might not go out flying today. It's just like ugh.
So how was it?
It was fun. It was a lot of fun, man. You should have came. It's funny too, because at some point she's like, "Oh, where's Ben?" I'm like, "Ben's not coming," and she's like, "But food." I'm like, "That's not enough to entice Ben to come to these things."
Okay, let me clarify something. First of all, let's clarify. This was a baby shower.
Yes, this was just a baby shower.
Which my whole life, I've only recalled ever being invited to 0 of them. And not because I'm an unpopular, miserable person, but because I believe these are for women. So it's for women to give the mom gifts, basically, is the whole idea of this thing. Baby gifts. This, right? It's
yeah.
Okay.
And they play games and stuff. And,
well, sure. I mean, you're here. Let's do something. We're not going to stare at each other and as we take bites of donuts or whatever.
But what I accidentally did with this is absolute genius. And for everybody listening who has baby showers to come,
here's the spin.
This might be the new thing.
Here's the spin.
Here's the spin.
The spin. I can't listen. Here, Marco Salvino is going to now revolutionize the world with this. Let's hear.
By including men and women,
boy,
we got twice as many gifts.
Yeah, of course.
I have far less shit I have to buy now, and
it never ends with you fucking people. You get married, give us gifts. We have a baby, give us gifts.
I wasn't asking, but if you're giving, well, all right, okay. At this point, with what this kid's gonna cost, and for just I mean,
this is why I like single people. It's so much less complicated.
It's
more like, hey, my dog's having a birthday. You want to come over for that? I go, and in that situation, you're more than welcome, entitled to say you're ridiculous. Go fuck yourself. You can't say that when it's getting married or have kids.
Yeah, no, yeah, and all this, it seems like you're needlessly overcomplicating your life sometimes. But then you're like, oh, I consciously made this decision. And you're like,
right,
okay, cool.
Those gifts look, those gifts weren't free. You had to buy a bunch of food and a bunch of stuff, and
oh yeah, no, we definitely entertained,
and it took your day away from you.
Listen, I'm not one to humble brag, but there were more than a few people who came to me and let me know that they had a very fun time. It was one of their best baby showers they'd ever been to, and I take that to I'll put that in the bank. Considering we started the day with the cake snafu.
Well, before we get to the cake snafu, you're like, oh, Ben would never come to this. You're right. Even the dangle of free food isn't going to appeal if I have to go somewhere for it. When you first were talking about the pool and stuff, I'm like thinking it was right here.
Oh! So at your leisure, you could just wander down.
If people don't understand, one of the 3 pools in our apartment complex is like literally like, I mean, like what, like a 60, not even 60-second walk from my apartment?
Yeah,
like down the stairs, bang a left.
30 seconds, you hit a fence.
Bang a left, you can't miss it. It's further for you to go than me, and it's still under a minute for you. And then I realized it was like somewhere else. And it wasn't, but it wasn't at someone's house.
It was at my friend John Sherrill's. They have a complex, like a pool complex that the community uses. So they have like a community center room, and that's where it was. It was a nice size. It fit up.
So it has like a meeting room type of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, why would you?
And I'm so glad we did it inside. By the way,
why was it hot?
It was hot yesterday.
I wouldn't know. I didn't leave that. I did not step out. I have not stepped outdoors in like 3 days.
Oh man! So yeah, it was fun, man.
It's a very comfortable 72 for me most of the time.
So when
air conditioning.
When I started the morning, it was to pick up the cake at Publix at 12:30, and we went there, packed up everything.
Now, was this just like go get a cake, or did you have a?
We specially ordered this cake.
A cake,
$80 fucking cake.
What the? Okay. This should have been on your gift registry. Jesus Christ.
No. We Natalia really wanted to go out on the cake. I was like, okay, whatever. And her mom had given her money to do this, so I said, all right. Well, it's not a financial hit on us.
Yeah. As long as $80 on a cake.
And I didn't know.
Is this like the new...
I thought it was like 50, 60.
Wait, like, is this like the new lumber? Has inflation hit?
Inflation's hit the flour business.
Hit the bakery?
It's all in the icing, which is now super expensive.
Well, was there like... Because I know like there's like a traditional icing and then you have to ask for the like... I don't remember.
There's
which
like
buttercream icing, and then there's like the other kind.
Then there's the fondant, which is the hard where they do all
you got the fucking.
And then there was the whipped cream icing, which is the good stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's the good.
That's like an extra 50 cents.
Yeah.
So it was like $80.50.
But it was a buttercream cake, which is fine. It tasted great. By the way, through all this process, at the end of the day.
Cake is cake.
It was so good, man. We got the strawberries in the middle.
See, I restarted my diet, so strike two on why I would why the lure of the baby shower wouldn't have drawn me.
Ben's back on the wagon.
Not that
I see you're wearing a t-shirt today.
Right, I'm back into a t-shirt instead of the last month of hoodie wear.
It's like you said that. I look. Oh yeah, all right.
I left
back in people clothes.
I left my give up phase.
You were like 10 pounds away from a Homer Simpson moo.
I was Costanza, wrapped in velvet all the time, or jogging suits, or whatever he did.
So we pick up this cake, and the baker decorator stayed late to give it to us.
Stayed late. What time was it you picked it up?
12:30. Well, she and her shift. She has a shift one at Publix where they open at like 3 a.m. or some shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they got to do all that baking stuff and have all these donuts.
It's got to be ready at 7 a.m.
And
that's probably the best smelling time at Publix.
oh, bro, she literally like handed the cake off and then clocked out. So like all props to her because she really like went out of her way.
Were there no other qualified cake builders?
Well, I guess
hand it off.
I guess every Publix has like a designated like decorator.
Yeah, but I didn't know if so what you're saying is if so all cake building gets done in the morning?
Yeah, I guess so.
No, there's no qualified.
No, they do throughout the day. Throughout the day.
There's no cakeologists to build your
cake.
Have
more. I don't know. Listen, I don't know the inner workings of the Publix bakery. I just know the little I was introduced to in this process of having a special order cake. The first time I've ever special ordered.
We got to get to these things. These are the real nooks and crannies that bring wisdom and knowledge to people's lives here.
For what I'm to ascertain if this is an important part.
I just want to know if
knowledge for you.
Publix only like in their budget only has enough money for one cake builder and designer, or if there are 2 shifts of them.
No, so from what it looked like to me was she's the cake decorator, whereas when I went back the second time, when everything went awry.
Whoa.
Yeah, exactly. I saw people building cakes, so I guess they build the cake.
Did you get someone's bar mitzvah gimmick?
Bro, so comes in this really decorative box, and she's like, "Be careful with it," and it's perfect. And I'm like, "Okay, cool."
No, I was planning on
So I put it
riding it on.
Setting
it on a horseback.
I put it in the passenger side of my truck. And I literally did like 25 miles an hour. I drove real slow. It was early. It was 12:30 on a fucking Saturday. So
it's good practice for when you have a child.
Exactly. So I literally like treated it like a fucking Fabergé egg on that's just like nestled on top of some fucking nails. And I'm just real nice and slow getting there. I was terrified. We got it into the building. And we couldn't fit it into the fridge with the box on. So I'm like, I'll take it out of the box and slide it in the fridge.
Is it ice cream?
No. It's regular cake.
So who gives a fuck if it was in the fridge or not?
Well, you want to keep it cool. Because it's a layer. It's a tiered cake. So you want to keep it cool so the tiers don't slide.
Wait a minute. You got a multi-level cake?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I had to feed like 35 fucking people.
God.
40 people.
Yeah, one of those, and just get one of those flat acre cakes.
Yeah. Well, this is what
happy retirement, Joe.
My wife wanted this unicorn cake, and
oh my God,
it's
getting more and more extra.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a unicorn cake, everybody. By the way, just pastel rainbows all over it, and the fucking unicorn horn, and it's. I'll send you the pictures. You can post on our site, and it's fairly elaborate. We opened the box, the cake had slid. The bottom tier had slid in half. And I was like, oh no.
I would have been like, that's a damn shame.
Oh no.
What a damn shame that people gonna have to see a imperfect cake.
And
what a shame that I'm not going back to Publix to fix
Natalia.
This.
And by the way,
what a shame.
I was a fucking wreck for most of the morning because I did me and my friends, all the setup, everything, while my wife did as little as humanly possible because I was like, I don't want her doing too much. I just wanted her to enjoy the baby shower. So I was like the fucking baby shower planner, everything, man. And shout out to all my friends for their help because without them, I'd be a broken man today.
Don't look at me when you say that.
Excluding Ben.
Who knew there was like this tremendous fucking ordeal going on?
I didn't. Dude.
I thought there was going to be like hot dogs on the grill and a fucking and everyone brings something.
So I didn't know what to do. I didn't even ask people to bring stuff. They did it on their own accord. And shout out, thank God, because my list of things I have to buy in the next month is a lot more shallow now. But yeah, I didn't know what to do. And the wife had gone back to the apartment to pick something up, so she wasn't there to see it. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. And everyone's like, don't tell her. And then Kim's kind of like, if I pull this fucking cake out 2 hours into this party, and it's in the current shape it's in, is she gonna fucking have a public breakdown or some shit?
Well, and you just also watch this woman leave Publix, clock out,
Yeah.
peace out.
There is
clock
no
out, peace
fixing
out.
this. There is no fixing this.
Okay.
So,
That you were gonna go buy a bucket of Cool Whip and
so my mom gets there
spackle it closed.
and I show her and she's like, "What are you gonna do?" And I'm like, "Sally hasn't seen it yet. I don't know what to do."
I'd be like, nothing. It still tastes the same.
Well, and at the end of the day, it was a fucking phenomenal cake. So everyone's just like, well, she'll only be understanding.
I picture like 8 people standing around this cake with their hands on their hips, like it's a fucking busted tractor.
Yes, only in a refrigerator, and every now and then I just open it up, show someone, and we have that moment with the hands on the hips where we both have. I had the same conversation repeatedly, like verbatim, 5 or 6 times in a half hour as people were arriving. So finally I was like, you know what? It'll make me feel better. There's nothing we can do about the cake. But I feel as if we show Publix and they give us like, oh, here, we'll give you 50% off. Just, hey man, okay, cool. Like that'll help. That'll help. Because it wasn't a transportation issue. I really
Did you look at it before you
We did not. We did not. That's the one thing. The one thing that I will forever now do is have that first and prior inspection. We did not inspect the cake. She placed it into the cart and she was like, "Just be careful with it, but it's ready to go. It's perfect." And we're like, "All right, cool," and there should have been no excuse, kind of thing. So I had to go get all the rest of the food from Publix because we ordered bunch of sandwich rings and popcorn chicken and shit.
Sandwich rings?
Yeah.
What the fuck's a sandwich ring?
Like a sandwich ring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a big long sandwich that's kind of bent into a ring.
Yeah, just a big
a circle.
A big circle.
Circle sandwich.
A big circle sandwich. Yeah, 2 of them.
I'm like thinking, what's this? I'm thinking of a sandwich with a hole in it or something like that.
Oh.
Or like one of those ring pops. Instead of a plate, you just wear the little piece of sandwich on your finger and just nibble off of it.
Nope, just a little sandwich circle. So some of those,
sandwich ring.
Enough popcorn chicken to feed 47 people. That's a lot of popcorn chicken, Ben. Like when you open up they give you the fucking box it's in, and you're like, this is ridiculous. And you open it up, and you're like, God damn it, like this is gonna feed like 100 fucking people. It fed about 40 fucking people. Pick up all the food. I go to the cake lady and I'm like, I show her the pictures. The manager on staff.
Oh,
the cake manager on staff, or bakery manager on staff. Excuse me.
I was gonna say it's really like
that's really specific. No,
they really have a manager for everything there.
And she looks at pictures and she's
can't wait to see the pickle manager.
And she's like, well, this happens from time to time. She's like, there's nothing I can do to fix this cake right now with 2 hours to go. And I'm like, look, I'm reasonable. I know it's done. What's done is done. I was like, what can you do for me?
Can I have a dozen cupcakes to put over the damaged area?
And she goes, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you a full refund, and I'll give you enough icing that you can kind of like
spackle it
around and fix it the best you can. And I was like, I'm game. That's awesome. So I got a full refund.
Oh, so someone pocketed $80.
That's correct. And
sorry, Margaret.
I got paid yesterday. No, that's gonna go back in the Sylvie fund. And yeah, they gave us a bunch of icing. And when I got back, one of my cousins actually works at Publix in the bakery and is a budding cake person.
What a
So she's like, oh, I'll fix it, and she did a pretty bang up job
Who knew
fixing
that
chick.
you had a cakeologist
I
in
had
the
a
family?
cakeologist in the family. So it all came up Millhouse for us at the end. Plus, and here's the best part. So I basically didn't get to eat all fucking day. I had like a portion of one of the sandwich rings, like 2 of the little sandwiches, and some popcorn chicken, and a slice of pizza, and that was basically
Were
it.
you running around making sure everyone's Dixie cups?
We were doing
Coke and
we
ice
were
in
doing
it?
games at the same time. Like, yeah, I was managing the fucking whole field. I was gorilla
you
position
playing-
for everything, man.
playing host.
Yeah, I was.
Were you grilling too?
Well, there was nothing to grill.
Oh,
We had
just sandwich rings.
pizzas delivered. Fucking, there's popcorn chicken.
Oh.
There's a bunch of hand food and stuff, sandwiches, and I was the microphone because we didn't have a sound system, but my voice tends to carry. So whenever my sister-in-law was playing the games, I did all the MCs for that, and then I was running everything, and then we did the. Here's what saves you, and if you ever need to run a baby shower, anybody listening, this is a perfect game to play during the presentation of the presents and the opening of the presents. It's called Present Bingo. Oh my God. So as something gets unwrapped, if it's on the bingo card, it keeps people like, because otherwise
you
it's
open all the gifts at the baby shower too?
yeah. Well, because dude, people spend money on this shit, man. I won't out the person, but one of Natalia's like a work friends, she might have bought us $300-400 worth of gifts. And I mean, really, like, fucking dude, she bought Sylvie this abacus. I have a fucking abacus in my house now. I mean, it was the best gift. It was the best gift.
Because it's the least practical thing? I mean, I don't understand.
It's a little fruit abacus. I've been playing with it all night.
Oh my God.
By the way, I have no idea how abacuses work. But they're just a lot of fun. I remember like when the doctor's offices, they'd always have the abacus, and they'd have those
Fucking doctor were you seeing?
as a kid,
The
man.
holistic medicine guy?
You know, you never had like a toy section. Well, you're fucking a little older than me. Maybe they didn't have the toy section at the doctors or pediatricians.
That's how people get sick.
It's things
Playing with the toy that the other sick kids that came into the doctor's office played with. There were no wipes. There was no Purell. There was no nothing.
I don't want to go off topic. Why do you have a completely disassembled laptop case?
Because I had a laptop and I pulled it apart for parts and stuff. I had an old garbage laptop.
Oh,
Like it'd been sitting here forever.
oh my goodness.
Remember I came over with the hard drives
Yeah.
asking for a
Oh, that's where the hard drives
tiny
came from.
star bit?
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
This is a complete 180. I know for everybody. We were talking about baby.
Yeah,
shower
you
stuff,
just totally...
But I just happened to notice it and went crazy.
Yeah, they're just
That's
a couple of pieces there.
Oh my goodness. For the miniature tower that Ben's gonna build.
I'm not building a tower.
Oh, you're not gonna tell me what you're gonna build, are you?
I'm going to build a spaceship. I'm going to leave this fucking place and leave all you fucking people.
Calm down, Flair.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and then we brought the cake out. Everyone kind of had a great chuckle about it, and because I was like, I apologize. It's doing its best. The cake.
Oh my God, it would have been so great if she gave you like a totally different color frosting to spackle it up with.
Oh, well, she gave me the frosting. She was working on a cake at the time, so she had some green, and it got into she's like, oh my God, there's green frosting in this white frosting, and I'm like, it doesn't matter at all. Whatever gets done to this cake from this point on is an improvement. Just, I don't care if it's a little. I mean, it's got pastel colors all the fuck over it, because the front of it was like where the mane would come off the unicorn, and it was all bunched up, so it's all this pastel, and it got smushed.
So my roommate comes home.
Oh Lord!
And he goes, were you? I think he said something. He asked something about the baby shower, and I was like, I hadn't brought it up to him because I think when you mentioned it to me the first time,
Yeah.
I was like, he's not going to want to do that either. He's not, He goes, were we even invited to this thing? I go, I told him whatever, and he's like, yeah, was it a cos? He goes, was it a cosplay baby shower?
What?
I blinked for a second and then, of course, didn't immediately dismiss it because it's you and your wife.
This is fair. This is completely fair.
And he's like, she's wearing some fucking like Sailor Moon shit or something. And I was like, hold a minute.
Oh.
So I went on Facebook and there was nothing there. And I went on Instagram and she's wearing some.
Yep.
Yep.
It's her Lolita fashion that she loves so much. Those dresses that she has in the back of the closet.
Like it's like a combination baby doll type of dress.
I can't stand
Lolita
them.
type of thing.
It is. It's 100%.
It makes anyone that wears one look like they're under 13. It's like it looks like it's borderline like a period piece kind of thing. Definitely no one in this day and age will wear it. And
there's a whole thing for it. There's a whole thing for it.
And apparently, from what you've told me before, she's got a closet full of these fucking things.
There's a few in the back of the closet that I wish didn't exist, but you know.
How much do those things run?
I don't want to know. I've never asked. I think I accidentally saw a price tag on one. It was like $300-$400, something like that. And then I went, you know what?
Is this one of those? It's like where the fuck do you wear those to?
I don't know. This is the first time she's had an opportunity to wear this dress, I guess. And listen, my wife looked beautiful.
Wait. Was she buying one? Did she buy one in anticipation of being pregnant?
I actually asked her. I was like, "Did you specifically buy this dress for this thing?" She's like, "No, I've had it." And I'm like, "Did you buy this?" I literally asked her, "Did you buy this? Did you for when you got pregnant?" And she goes, "No, these dresses they just fit." And I was just like, "What is it?" Okay, fine. Like. It just,
so they're not form flattering.
It brought up way more questions than it answered. So listen.
Well, listen. When
it's my wife's thing. She wants. She loves it.
When you're trafficking these children, and
oh my god,
and you accidentally get them pregnant, they gotta still wear the outfits that get you off, man. I guess
it's
creepy, a little bit. Because it makes everyone. I could put that on and look 13 with my beard, with my gray hair.
All her friends went fucking crazy over the fucking thing. Okay, and everyone had a good time. As far as me, I was just like, she's happy. My wife looks
a happy
beautiful.
wife, happy life.
So I was happy.
Yeah,
yes,
100%. When his question was it a cosplay thing?
Oh my god!
I was like, wait a minute, I gotta look online.
And I had no idea. She surprised me too because. We set up once everything's set up. She's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go get dressed," and I'm like, "All right." I didn't think anything of it, and then when she came into the party, I was like, "What? Okay, like, dude," because there was a lot. At some point, I just went, "You know what? Things are just gonna unfurl today, and I'm just not
roll with the punches."
I'm just not.
Yeah, very wise not to try and steer this the way you would want it to go.
There was no way. It was this was one of those things where the only path was letting it organically like just happen. And that's why it's just like at one point she was like, "Oh, Ben," she's naming off people and I'm like, "Look, we got like 34, 35 people, like we got just enough food, we got just enough everything. All right? Let's be happy that nothing's on fire, that we made a decision consciously to do it inside, that everything worked out." She didn't flip out over the cake. She was just like, literally, she was like, "What can you do?" kind of thing. And I was like, "Oh, great." I was far more concerned about this cake than you were at the end of the day. Yeah, but it was fun.
Maybe because you didn't want shit to roll downhill to you.
But the best part of this whole thing was I barely got any cake at the party. I got like one little sliver.
I feel like here was your opportunity, since you had went the extra mile and gotten the spackle, the cake spackle, that you should have helped yourself to a slice somewhere strategically in that like gaping area that needed the spackle and said, "Well, we're squirting a ton of it here anyway. What's another couple of mouthfuls?"
If it had been me, I probably would have done something like that. But I remember I gave that responsibility to someone else far more capable.
Yeah, but I'm saying before they spackle, go, hold on. Since you're filling this all in,
but I got the next best thing. So let
me excavate a little.
We got about
Excavate.
I want to say we got maybe 4 or 5 servings of the cake left over by the end of the day. And they wanted to throw it out, but I'm like, we'll take it home. You know, I didn't get any cake, so I'll take a piece or something like that. Not telling them my true plan. I smoked 3 straight bowls. I put that cake in front of me while her and her friends were at the couch watching fucking anime. And bro, I scraped the goddamn fucking pan, man.
So you ate all that extra cake?
I ate everything.
So what are you complaining about?
I'm not. It was like a victory, like a victory lap at the end of the day. I was like, everything came up great, and now I'm gonna eat my cake.
Yeah,
like I had it all in my cake too. It was great. It was great. It was a fun night. I have to say that having inviting just your friends and having like a little party kind of thing. I mean, because I know baby showers are traditionally just the women, but like you're gonna make out. Just
wait, women were making out with each other?
no, I said you're gonna make out with the presents. You're gonna
God
make out
damn
with the
it.
stuff for the baby. I
You
don't,
got me all. You got. I had regret for a second for not
because
coming.
usually like baby showers are like because
I
two
thought
of her friends.
I thought you
was it
meant there was
two?
HLA going
I think
on
two
there.
of her friends that showed up were pregnant, also pregnant within
Oh,
the same.
Jesus
so
Christ.
it's like yeah,
The fucking energy there.
yeah.
God damn.
So yeah, no, I had a great time. It was great. It was great seeing my my grandma found a way to convince my friend out of his bottle of vodka, which ended up in her purse. And I went to him and I'm like, bro, did you give my grandma a whole bottle of vodka? He was like, she just, I don't know what happened. And I'm like, do you want it back? And he's like, no, not really. He's like, I wasn't going to drink the whole thing anyway. And I'm like, oh.
Who
my
was
God.
walking around with a bottle of vodka?
He brought it to the party.
Oh, well.
Yeah. But he brought
I'm just wondering why she's negotiating with it instead of like just walking up to the table and taking it.
because I bought her and my mom wine beforehand. So I was like, because I didn't really have any alcohol. But
Maybe they didn't like the wine you got.
oh, my grandma didn't care. but listen, my grandma's reached that age. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. But it was just great to see like her having such a good time. And Natalia's mom came. So
Stealing vodka. Jesus Christ.
it was just great because I remember when I was helping her move to the when we were leaving, and I was helping her with her stuff. I'm like, Grandma, why is there a bottle of vodka in your purse? She goes, oh, your friend gave it to me. And I was like, what? And I was like, did you give my grandma? Well, no, but she can have it. And I was like, what the fuck? Okay. I don't know. I thought that was interesting in the whole day. My grandma was just out there making.
I feel like she was a worker.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely.
She worked him out of that.
Absolutely.
Because he didn't agree that he gave it to her.
Yeah. Oh man, so that was fun, and I got to have my party and my cake and
Eat it too.
yeah, and eat it too. Now it's no more parties, no more celebrations. The next is the baby birth. That's in the next 2 months, somewhere in the next 2 months.
Just waiting.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for that thing to pop out so I can start doing my bug jokes.
Oh Jesus Christ!
My plastic roaches are on their way. So scaring the shit out of her. We told that story here, right?
Yeah.
Right, to go over there when you were out of town.
So I wanted to bring this up
Oh, here we go.
because it's been egging me.
Here we go.
I put my tinfoil hat on earlier this week, and I have a conspiracy theory that AJ went out of his way to make sure that he didn't have to get in a ring with Billy Fox.
Oh, you're gonna go into this area.
I don't want to
How
go too
much
far into it. I don't want to get too far into it because it's really not a great situation at all.
Well,
A place to wrestle has been.
I don't know what's happened.
Yeah, I really don't either. To be honest with you, I don't know
I don't know
what.
what's happened. Apparently,
And I don't want to get into something we don't know about.
there's been some loose lips gossip about the school and maybe the events are still going on. Not at the school, but the casino events.
I don't even think so
I
because
don't know.
I think ownership of the name.
Oh, well, that can change easily enough. But apparently the school, the wrestling school that was going to kind of host this final match between Billy and Anthony, AJ, at their they don't only have matches at the school, but they have them at the casino like once every other month or every 3 months, something like that. Over at is it the Seminole Casino? It's not the Hard Rock. It's not the guitar place. I think it's the smaller one across.
Oh, they run.
I think it's at.
I didn't know that place had an event center.
I don't know.
Oh, you know what? They did a refurb a few years back. It probably does have a small event center now.
So that it got pushed because Billy Fives caught wind that all Anthony and I do on the Furlough Files is talking about how much food we've eaten and how fat we've gotten. So
have you guys talked about this on the?
So Billy, a little bit, but different audiences. So Billy messaged him and had it pushed back to October because he knows AJ's a fat piece of shit, and also October's the big show at the casino. The date they were going to have it was going to be in the little like warehouse school gym, area.
Which we've all been trying to like.
It was going to be tiny. We were pushing for.
Yeah.
AJ was being a little bit of a pussy about,
It's going to be your last match.
Not pushing for being at the big venue. So it kind of worked out for him because it bought him a couple more months. When was it supposed to be? July, I think, was supposed to be the thing. So
talk about a guy
bought him a few more months until October. I don't think Anthony has taken the opportunity to realize he got the reprieve of his lifetime and should start dieting and exercising.
I think he ordered an extra pizza.
Yesterday was Friday was National Donut Day.
Oh my God, he went crazy.
He got like half a dozen and was on the messenger trying to get you to buy donuts to slip under my nose. And I'm like, Marco's too cheap for that.
It's not even that.
He's not going to.
It's not even that.
He's not going to.
The last 3 days between like Thursday, Friday, and then yesterday leading into Saturday, bro, I didn't have time for that shit. I was all over the fucking place.
Oh, you had time to swing.
Not to jump down to Moho Donuts, I didn't.
Oh, I would. Just because he said go somewhere. We have a Dunkin' Donuts. Like, that's a 10-minute walk from my house.
We have a Publix right next door. Why would you eat Dunkin's?
Because they're good. I like them.
Nah, Publix way better donut than Dunkin' Donut.
If you compare the three they fucking make, yeah.
Oh, if you want
anything outside of a glazed or a chocolate glazed, yeah.
I never do. I never do.
Then Publix is not your place to go.
If I want an artisan donut, I go to like fucking
and there's a fancy fucking donut place.
Yeah, but that's they're too expensive.
See, like I said,
they're like $4 or $5 a donut. It's not worth it.
It is for a rib. I would have done it for the rib, but like I said, I discounted you doing. I didn't have to worry about you.
Am I getting heat for not ribbing you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh my God!
Because I would have probably eaten it, and
of course you would have eaten the donut.
Well, not. See, I was only 2 days in. Now I'm like 4. So now I'm like, the bear trap's shut, man. I'm done eating bad food for a while. I've committed. I'm half a week in. I mean,
are you going to be in better shape in October than AJ?
Yeah, well, fuck yeah. I don't know if there's going to be an event, but definitely, I'm definitely on the path that he is. He can't even see from the distance.
Oh man.
So, how we sidetracked to that? Yeah, but so apparently there's like a whole lot of like that typical independent wrestling drama that has leaked into this. It has nothing to do with Billy or Anthony, so to speak, but it definitely has everything to do with all the people that would be presenting this event. I don't know if the school even exists anymore. Haven't heard anything other than rumors from third-party sources. So, I don't know. But hopefully they do something somewhere because the reprieve shouldn't be that he that this match gets canceled and he doesn't have a final match with Billy Fives.
Oh my goodness. He's gonna go out some way or the other.
And what's ironic is going to be he's going to show up to this stupid other show, this Rusty Brooks thing, and that'll, I only say stupid because that'll end up being his final interaction in the ring, which he already was like, he was booked in a 3-way match with
Era and CJ O'Doyle.
ERA and CJ O'Doyle. And those two are active wrestlers, I believe.
Yes, they want to do spots.
They want to do all kinds of stuff. And Anthony
doesn't want to do anything.
Anthony doesn't want to do shit. And I think he's come to the conclusion that he's going to referee that match. I don't know if he's talked to anybody about
what?
that.
He didn't mention that on the thread. That must be between you and him.
I think we may have even vocalized that out on one of his podcasts.
Oh,
But,
okay.
I don't know. But yeah, he's in no shape to wrestle. He's not on the road to getting into any shape to wrestle.
He hasn't even gotten off his couch to get in his car to get on the road to get back in shape.
This thing is like a month away, I think.
He could, if he started today, he could have a respectable match in 4 weeks.
Oh my God, you don't. I think he's at an all-time high again.
Oh, then maybe not.
I think he's.
Maybe I'm thinking in like me terms.
He was. Yeah. No. He's a.
Because I was like, if you gave me a month, I'd be able to do a few bumps and some stuff.
Sloppy
Yeah, I
stack
could do
of
that.
shit.
I'd hurt for like a week or two afterwards, but
he's basically
oh wait,
one unsupervised weekend away from nothing fitting, from like the last pair of pants.
Oh my God, I'm thinking of a fucking name, a great name if I can fucking remember. Is God damn it, it's right there on the tip of my tongue.
I don't even know what it's in reference to.
Mid 90s WWF. He was like gonna be the guy. It's a black guy. He was gonna be like the guy, and then he got fat and out of shape, like real fat.
Talking about Mr. Water Wings? Ahmed Johnson?
Yeah, there we go. Ahmed Johnson. AJ's becoming Ahmed Johnson.
He didn't get fat in WWE. He got fat after he got cut.
Oh, that's right.
He started bulking in WCW. That's a funny story because I vividly remember we were hanging out, me and Jackie and maybe a couple of the other autograph guys. We're hanging out in the lobby of some hotel, just killing some time. And, when wrestlers went by, we talked to them, we get some pictures, we get some autographs, that kind of thing. And it was where we were having a long conversation with Vampiro for a while. And that's why I remember it. But all of a sudden, Ahmed Johnson, who was in the WCW, was called Big T for some reason. That was his name, Big T, with the letter T, not T-E-A. I have autographs still on. That's the worst thing. It's Big T. It's stupidity. But he was already starting to amass some of this colossal weight gain, and he was drinking from a gallon of milk. He had come in from somewhere and was walking in through the lobby. Talked to them for a minute or two. He had a big gallon of milk in his hand that was like somewhere between full and empty. Yeah. I don't know where it was, but by the end of the hour, I assumed that was going to be empty.
And a new one was
just drinking disgusting, plain, not chocolate milk, not strawberry milk. Strawberry milk, I would have fucking been like, oh, okay. Just fucking regular white milk, like from a cow. I was so repulsed by it. Disgusted.
Well, you had an internet run-in with
Ahmed. Well, that's a later. But I got another fat Ahmed Johnson story.
Of course you do.
Was when they had WrestleMania in Miami, 12 or 13 years ago at this point. He stopped looking at the fucking pizza menu.
I'm hungry.
Jesus Christ. So
and you're talking about like
food.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to talk about pizza.
Oh.
My friend Shane worked a deal because he was kind of cool with Ahmed Johnson. I don't know what he was calling himself once he was no longer with WWE or WCW, but for all intents and purposes, we'll call him Ahmed Johnson. He worked a deal where he was going to just come up to his room and he was going to sign a bunch of stuff for him. He went into that room, and apparently there were empty Pizza Hut boxes everywhere. He said there must have been 12 of them.
Oh my God.
This is not what you eat when you're trying to stay in shape. This is not eat when you're after a workout, but this was what he ate.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, his entire diet is milk and pizza.
So that is AJ now.
It kind of is. I mean, not as disgusting. Obviously he's substituting milk and pizza for like all kinds of other
Italian cuisine.
Fat fuck shit. A lot of probably a lot of convenience store foods and shit like that. I put him on I had him a side story. I had him on the fucking lookout for 2 days straight for what do you call it? This new. Did I show you that picture? The Smart Food popcorn with the Krispy Kreme flavor on it.
Yeah, I saw that,
dude.
It's
like Cracker Jack, only 10 times better because it's Krispy Kreme flavor. So let me take one moment out of our fucking busy podcast and see if I can get him on the fucking horn here, because I need to know if he ever found it, or if he's already on his diet and can't have it now. Let's see if he answers. I don't know if he will. Hey,
what's up?
Be careful. I'm recording you. Did you ever find the popcorn?
No. Struck out everywhere I went.
What are you going to do about this?
Well,
it's the internet. You can just order it.
It's not that easy.
Our fine listeners have come through for me and found it for me and are shipping it to me.
Oh,
Sarah listened to the podcast and sent me some.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, see, when he said he couldn't find it, I went on Amazon just on a lark, and there was someone selling it for $14. And I thought it was like going to be a pack of like 10 or something.
It's one?
It was one for $14.
Jesus Christ.
Because
wow.
It was just like someone like you or me trying to sell on Amazon. And they were like, well, and you saw everyone ripping them. And it was like, well, the shipping for priority shipping is like expensive, So I was like, oh, yeah, this could be a problem.
Oh, never pay for shipping on Amazon.
So I guess that means for your diet, it's on hold for a few more days, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I've got to eat the popcorn.
You got to eat the popcorn.
And I'm actually walking into the Braves Dodgers game right now, so
oh shit!
I'll be eating ballpark food for the next 3 hours. So.
Oh, you fat piece of shit! I can't wait to get the call tonight. I'm dying. The food's killing me. I'm pissing out my ass. All that stuff.
Listen, I can't pass up ballpark food.
I mean,
come on.
You can, but since you got popcorn coming, you might as well enjoy yourself.
Oh my goodness!
Either we turn this match into a tag match at the Rusty Show, Marco, or I'm going to be special guest refereeing because there's no way I can wrestle by myself.
Have you even talked to J-Dog about adding me?
No, but I figure you just show up, put the gear on, and we're like, hey, it's a tag match.
Oh my God! What the greatest thing would be? Like you two arguing, neither of you wants to get in the ring, neither of you wants to wrestle, and then just eventually those two get mad at each other and they end up having a match one-on-one while
that
you two
would be fantastic.
While we just sit there.
Yeah, while you two are just enjoying it from the fucking corner.
I just feel bad. I don't really feel bad for Era because he'll get the deal, but if CJ came to work that night, he's not going to do that.
I'm sorry, but if CJ came to work at the Rusty Brooks Memorial Show, he's on the wrong show.
That's just a fucking fair statement, sir.
Because and I said this on the other podcast, if someone doesn't come out of a bathroom with toilet paper on their foot and hanging out there behind like Rusty used to, this whole thing's a waste.
Right. I was telling Marco about this whole "Are you fighting Billy? Aren't you fighting Billy?" Situation.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, and it's funny because we can't really go too far into it because, well, A, we don't really know, and B, you know, it's...
Our inside source tells us absolutely zero information.
Well, he's always good for that.
Our inside source is the worst source ever. Ever.
He's the best.
But he's got time to post, CCW TV tapings on Facebook, which I almost commented and said, "Come on, what is this, like 1998? Like, there's no TV. Stop it."
That's a great thing about wrestling. It can always be right back to 1998 because that's the business at some point just it decided we're never going to evolve past this.
Right. Everybody has TV tapings.
Yeah,
but nobody's actually on TV.
Or ever will be.
Right.
Just because you're watching it on a screen doesn't mean it's TV. That's for sure.
Right. Right. All right, well, I'm going into the ball game. I got hot dogs to eat.
All right, bro.
All right,
You guys eat the popcorn, and I'll eat the hot dogs here today.
All right.
You can't tell. I had to walk 20 minutes from the car to the game.
Oh, you're dying. You're dying.
I'm out of breath.
I told you.
I'm going uphill right now.
All right.
Don't die, AJ.
All right, Tubby. Reserve your wind. Bye.
All right.
Fat fuck. Fat fuck.
Head Johnson.
Oh my god. AJ.
And so it shall be.
Oh my god.
I mean, bro, all these...
I'm gonna let him know.
Yeah.
On Tuesday.
Yeah.
That AJ now stands for Ahmed Johnson.
All he's missing now is to go after people in weird comment sections.
AJ, like artery jelly or something. I don't know. Something.
Oh, Billy. Well, Billy might never be able to get it. We'll see. It's just this is great.
Funny. It would be ironic if at the Rusty show,
Billy just storms through. Maybe I'm not doing the tag then.
No. I told him don't work the match, ref it, and then you and Billy just out of the blue, a little later in the night, just start yelling at each other, like in the back of the room. Like where everyone is, but in public, but kind of in the back, and everyone turning around looking at you two, get into each other's faces. Don't let anyone know it's a work. Like, so that, like, concerned other people, like a Flex or something, come in between you two, and just start yelling and screaming at each other, and shoving, and eventually one of you guys storms off. Like, set it up. But make it look real as possible,
I mean, I'd be all for that.
It would work everyone, because nobody would know.
And the best part is, since no one listens to this podcast, there's no proof.
Not enough of those people listen to this, it would be fine.
No. Just the idea of, because we've been talking about, because listen, Rusty did a lot for me, so I would do that. We'd have fun, and I'm not bumping. I'm not doing nothing.
See, here's the problem. I loved Rusty, the little bit I knew him, and a little bit I hung out with him, but he was always cool with me.
Yeah.
He liked me. I guess he liked the fact that I took care of some of his people, like Flex and whatever. I think Flex never had a bad word to say about me, because the first time I read Rusty was all effusive about, like, oh, I hear great things about you. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But anyway, I don't know, man. I'm so removed from the wrestling thing, like you. It's like there's so many people I don't want to see. And I saw that a certain person commented on one of the posts that he was going to be there. And I'm like, that's either going to end up in a confrontation or it's not going to go well.
Especially with both of us there.
Right. Our former employer, our rug pull employer.
Because I would rather just assume kayfabe his ass entirely and just get through the day.
Well, I wouldn't.
But I know
I wouldn't walk up with. I wouldn't be one of those phony wrestling guys that walks up to everyone, and shakes their head, hey, how you doing?
But he might be the phony guy that walks up to us, and that's where I don't really know what I would do or say.
I'd be like, Seth, you owe me, how much was it? $30 for gas? This handshake's a little light. You owe me $30 for gas.
I forgot about that. That's incredible.
Yeah. So I wouldn't. I'd be like, Seth. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I don't even want to talk to him.
Yeah.
I really don't. I just don't care. Like,
Yeah.
go tell everybody else how awesome you are.
Well, the thing was that I think I forget who was talking to who. Oh, yeah. I was talking to Anthony, and Anthony was talking to PJ, and PJ made it sound like he had spoken to Seth, and that Seth had said he had fired me. I'm like, he didn't fucking fire me. The company went out of fucking business. So I don't know, like if there's,
It's always a story.
I would love to be like, listen, if you're going to talk about me, don't.
Yeah.
Because I heard I'll just name everyone. I heard from so-and-so that so-and-so said you fired me. And it's like, how about let's not fucking make up fake stories. I've been fired by way better people than you. I don't.
It's true.
At least at least those are factual firings, not like this fiction. So anyway, there's that whole, plus none of my clothes fit, but there's this whole dimension of not added dimension to not wanting to go to the show now, because now, and listen, he's one of those guys that says he's going to be somewhere, but doesn't mean he's going to be somewhere, So to get worked up over whether I'm going to see this cocksucker or not, there's plenty of cocksuckers at this thing. It's like, for the 2 seconds that I go, listen, I don't want to fucking talk to you. Really? I don't want to hear what you have to say in any shape or form. Look, can we go to our separate corners here or what? That's going to be the basis of it.
There's so many of those.
And then what's going to happen is I'm going to sit there and I'm going to be standing there watching you get cornered by him, and you're going to babyface him for fucking 20 minutes because you always say this shit. And then at least I have a reason to be mad at this person, but usually I get mad at people on your behalf, and then out of the blue you squash it with them. But I've still got heat with that person, and it's not over anything that I had a problem with. But all of a sudden I hear about you hugging them at some fucking wedding or something, and how the whole room erupted in applause because you two squashed the heat. And I'm like, fucking A, man.
It was a wedding. What the fuck else was I supposed to do?
Go, listen, man. I got heat with you. You're going to have to move on with your life.
I can't do that in the middle of a wedding,
fucking
man.
phony fucks.
I can't do that, man.
You get me all fucking having your back. I always have your back. And Broder used to do that all the time, too. Fucking be like, fuck this guy. He fucked me this way, that way. Fuck him. I'm like, yeah, fuck him. I'll unfriend him too. I'll have nothing to do with him too. Fuck him. And then like a year later, they're like fucking going and having lunches and shit. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Why ain't having lunch with nobody, buddy?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
There's at least what, 3 or is it 2? There's at least 2 people I don't want to see. Seth's one of them. Like, I just flat out don't even want to engage with. But there's another 8 or 10 where it's just like, I don't even want to fucking have this conversation. You just don't.
Oh, you gonna have it, especially if you end up fucking tagging with Anthony. You're gonna have to go in the back. You could see what you could do is you could just be a ticket buyer and you could stay out front and avoid the locker room, and that means they have to make the extra effort to run out and see you. And you come when the show starts instead of 2 hours before the show starts, and then it has to be after the show, and that's the only time you have to duck, dodge, avoid.
No, I leave through the crowd like I came.
Okay.
We get in our car.
I came. Or you could show up 4 hours early. You could work the match. You could be stuck backstage with all those fucks. It's up to you,
Do you know what the best
I love that I'm talking you out of wrestling.
Do you know what the best part about all of this is?
What?
That if I were to do it, I'm doing 2 things. One, I'm taking a spot that somebody else probably wanted.
No.
Well, no, because
it's a 3-way. They would just be adding
there's probably people that want to be on the show. And
listen, I saw the fucking card. I think anyone that wanted to be on the show's on the show.
Oh, okay. I literally don't know and don't. I don't know. No, it's not an offense to anybody's booking. It's not an offense to the show, to any of the boy or nothing. I don't
know. I don't know what the deal is.
I just know very minimal about this whole event.
I think a portion
And I still don't know if I'm going.
A good selection of Rusty's kids, quote,
Yeah.
kids, aren't wrestling anymore.
Yeah.
And some that are may not be available. Like, say, I don't know whether she's on the show or not, but Priscilla worked for AEW. So, I don't know what weekend that is or what she's doing, or if she's booked on on a real paying gig or whatever. Because I assume this show's kind of how do you charge your full freight on a show that's a tribute show to like a legend in the industry, or like a South Florida legend, or if you were trained by him, how are you hitting his son up for a bunch of money to work a tribute show?
No, there's no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't think there's like a lot of money being spread around on the show.
No, everyone's doing the show for free.
I don't think AJ is.
God damn it!
But I mean, in fairness, he has to come from Georgia.
That is true. He's
he's
probably one of the longest traveling.
Probably. But I mean, I see a lot of people that aren't listed on the show, and maybe they're like, well, I'll be there, but I don't wrestle anymore. You know what I mean? I don't know where I was going with that, but so I don't know who's going to actually be at this thing. A lot of people you might want to avoid might not be there for one reason or another. You know,
I mean, at the end of the day, I know that if I decide I'm going and I show up, that I have agreed to put myself in these positions, and I'm just going to act like an adult.
Yeah.
and go home the next day because I have a family and I have a fucking job and a real life, unlike most of these people. So there's no reason to let them win that way. But who the fuck knows?
It's interesting. I was hoping to avoid it. Entirely. Not for any reason other than that I just don't want to go do anything ever. I don't want to go out. I don't want to. I'm just like,
I just don't want to leave the house.
It's nothing against
anybody.
Yeah, and as far as like going to my first independent wrestling show in the last 2 years or so, sure, this one's as good as any other for reasons like that. It's for Rusty and whatever else, and I like the guy, but you know, I'm like, I just don't like going in public anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. What do you say? You want to get the fuck out of here?
Let's get the fuck
or
out
at
of
least
here.
Cancel this one before.
Yeah,
I don't know if you want to do the other one now. Or,
I don't even know if we even talk about it, but the other one, we'll figure it out.
Fucking useless as a fucking tits on a duck.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. Okay, bye.